Hi everyone, it's Graham again and welcome back to my channel. So today is an unexpected part 4 of my April book haul. I filmed the previous 2 book haul videos, part 2 and 3, about a week or so ago, and I wasn't expecting to haul any more books in April. So yeah, on the day of filming this, it is the 28th of April, and this morning my husband Duncan had a dentist appointment, and I, for obvious reasons, wasn't able to wait for him in the waiting area, so I was let loose on some charity shops, and yeah, I bought some books. So the first thing that I bought was the non-bookish item, but still bookish. It's like a notebook, and it's sort of, I think it's like hand sewn together, and it's by a company called Venusian Dawn, and this is classic, and it's like a cloth bound notebook, and when you open it, it lies flat because it has this gorgeous sort of hand sewn spine, and then in the center there's this sort of beautiful blue coloured paper, and I just absolutely love it. I think it's lovely. This cost me £1.20 and I'm over the moon with it. It's like a lined pad, and I have lots of notebooks, and one more won't harm. I thought about buying my husband Duncan one, but he has lots as well, and doesn't tend to use them quite as much as I do. So yes, the next one that I'm going to show you isn't one that I picked up today. This was actually very kindly gifted to me, and I didn't include it in the previous 2 videos because I filmed them before I received it. So this was a gift from the lovely Lil over at Lil's Vintage World, and this is from my Amazon wish list. And it's The Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum, and it's the Penguin Threads edition. And this book is just the most stunning, gorgeous thing I've ever seen, and I love it. So it's like a tapestry, it's all sort of like threaded and sewn, and it's the same on the back, but then when you open it, it has the gorgeous French flaps, and it's like the inside of the tapestry. So all the sort of the knots and the threads and the where it's all being tied off and stuff, and it's just gorgeous. I am Oz, the great and terrible. Who are you and why do you seek me? So we all know the story of the Wizard of Oz. Dorothy gets caught up in a cyclone and her house flies off to the land of Oz, and she meets up with a band of Oz people. We've got the Scarecrow, we've got the Cowardly Lion, we've got the Tin Man, and evil witches, and it's just amazing, and I'm so happy to have this in my collection, and thank you so much, Lil. I will treasure this forever. It's gorgeous. Thank you. So the books that I got from today's excursions in the charity shop, I picked up On Chisel Beach by Ian McEwan. I do have this in paperback, and when I read this a couple of years ago, I absolutely adored this. So when I saw it today for 99 pence in hardcover, I couldn't not get it. I absolutely love this book, and I'm so happy to add this to my collection. A short novel of remarkable depth and poignancy by a writer at the height of his powers. It is July 1962. Edward and Florence, young innocents married that morning, arrive at a hotel on the Dorset coast. At dinner, in their rooms, they struggle to suppress their private fears of the wedding night to come. On Chisel Beach is another masterwork from Ian McEwan, a story of lives transformed by a gesture not made or a word not spoken. So I have really enjoyed Ian McEwan's writing ever since I read Nutshell by him about 2 or 3 years ago, and it's just, his writing is just so gorgeous, it's so poetic, it's just so unpretentious, but just it takes you places, and I just love it. So whenever I see a copy of one of his books in hardcover now, I will pick it up, even though I've got them all in paperback. Yeah, So the next one is one that I've seen quite a lot of places over the last sort of few years since its publication. And when I saw it for 99 pence, I couldn't not have it. It is Vinegar Girl by Anne Tyler. Now, I believe that Anne Tyler was recently longlisted or shortlisted for, I want to say, the Booker Prize. I'm not sure. I don't usually follow book prizes, but I think it was the Booker Prize 2020. But I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, I will put it on the screen. If I'm correct, there will be nothing there. So yes, let's see if I'm correct or not. I believe that this is a retelling of Taming of the Shrew by William Shakespeare, and I shall read you the inside. Kate Batista is feeling stuck. How did she end up running house and home for her eccentric scientist father and uppity, pretty younger sister, Bunny? Plus, she's always in trouble at work. Her preschool charges adore her, but the adults don't always appreciate her unusual opinions and forthright manner. Dr. Batista has other problems. After years out in the academic wilderness, he is on the verge of a breakthrough. His research could help millions. There's only one problem. His brilliant young lab assistant, Piotr, is about to be deported. And without Piotr, when Dr. Batista cooks up an outrageous plan that will enable Piotr to stay in the country, he's relying, as usual, on Kate to help him. Kate is furious. This time, he's really asking too much. But will she be able to resist the two men's touchingly ludicrous campaign to win her round? Anne Tyler's retelling of Taming of the Shrew asks whether a thoroughly modern, independent woman like Kate would ever sacrifice herself for a man. The answer is as individual, offbeat, and funny as Kate herself. And the end papers of this book are like that, and they're just absolutely beautiful. And I think I'd have wallpaper like that. It's gorgeous. And the book itself sounds amazing, and it looks amazing, and I'm excited to add it to my ever-growing collection. The next one that I have, I still have the price on it, so give me a second and I'll peel that off. It was £1.50, and when I saw it I thought I have to have that, just because the title really spoke to me. It is Uncle John's Gigantic Bathroom Reader by the Bathroom Readers Institute. So this is a collection of facts and fun little sort of anecdotes and stories that you read on the toilet. Who doesn't want that? Let's have a little look. In the Sleepy Valley town of Ashland, Oregon, a dedicated, brain-heavy team of researchers, writers, and editors called the Bathroom Readers Institute squeezes out annual editions of Uncle John's Bathroom Reader. Uncle John's Bathroom Readers contain hundreds of pages of savvy and intriguing information compiled for the world's forgotten literary caste, those who read in the privacy of their privies. The BRI filters out the most interesting and little-known facts from scores of books, websites, articles, and other material. The result? A great big pile of pop culture, forgotten history, strange lawsuits, origins of everyday things, weird news, and so much more. All of our articles straddle the line between legitimate history and what people commonly call trivia, says Uncle John. Our aim is to make the world of trivia make sense, to give it some meaning, so it's entertaining, it's entertainment that's fun and educational. The Bathroom Readers Institute is delighted to offer you this special omnibus edition of two of Uncle John's previously published and hard-to-find works, Uncle John's absolutely absorbing bathroom reader and Uncle John's giant 10th anniversary bathroom reader. So flush those boring old gifts and give your friends and family something they can really sit down and get to know. And I do apologise if you can hear the rain. It was lovely and sunny when I came out to film the video, but it appears it's not anymore. I do only have one more book left to show you, so I will get to that very quickly. But yeah, welcome to Scotland. This happens here, unfortunately. But it was lovely earlier on. It's still warm, it's still nice, but yeah. So anyway, the last book that I got is Fury by Salman Rushdie. I have never read any Salman Rushdie, But this just sounded really intriguing. I do have a few of his books, obviously the most famous of which being the Satanic Verses, again, which I have not read. I've not read anything by Salman Rushdie. He's always an author that I have meant to get to, but just haven't gotten round to. But this just sounded really intriguing. Life is fury, sexual, Oedipal, political, magical, brutal, drives us to our finest heights and coarsest depths. This is what we are, what we civilize ourselves to disguise, the terrifying human animal in us, the exalted, transcendent, self-destructive, untrammeled lord of creation. We raise each other to the heights of joy, we tear each other limb from bloody limb. Malik Solanka, historian of ideas and dollmaker extraordinaire, steps out of his life one day, abandons his family without a word of explanation, and flees London for New York. There's a fury within him, and he fears he has become dangerous to those he loves. He arrives in New York at a time of unprecedented plenty, in the highest hour of America's wealth and power. Seeking to erase himself, "Eat me, America," he prays, "and give me peace." But fury is all around him. Cab drivers spout invective, a serial killer is murdering women with a lump of concrete. The petty spats and bone-deep resentments of the metropolis engulf him. His own thoughts, emotions, and desires, meanwhile, are also running wild. A tall, green-eyed young blonde in a D'Angelo voodoo baseball cap is in store for him, as is another woman with whom he will fall in love with whom he will fall in love and be drawn towards a different fury, whose roots lie on the far side of the world. Fury is a work of explosive energy, at once a pitiless and pitch-black comedy, a profoundly disturbing inquiry into the darkest side of human nature, and a love story of mesmerizing force. It is also an astonishing portrait of New York, not since the Bombay of Midnight's Children have a time and place been so intensely and accurately captured in a novel. In his 8th novel, Salman Rushdie brilliantly entwines moments of anger and frenzy with those of humour, honesty, and intimacy. Fury is, above all, a masterly chronicle of the human condition. It just sounds really intriguing, and yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I might actually get to it very, very soon because it's raining. I'm stuck in here, but yeah, I've got reading material, so I'm sorted. Not sure I want to make the dash to the house because I'll get soaking wet, but yeah. That's the end of this video, my unexpected 4th part of my April book haul. Thank you again for watching, and thanks again to Lil for the gorgeous gift of the Penguin Threads edition of The Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum. I will treasure it. Thank you so, so much. Whatever you're doing, I hope you have so much fun doing it. Whatever you're reading, I hope you love it. Stay fabulous, be amazing, be yourself, stay safe, and I'll see you again soon for another video. Bye bye.